Welcome back, traders. You're watching day 10, starting on day 10 of the Prop Firm Gauntlet. This video I'm going to cover Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, crucially, I didn't actually take a trade on Friday. I'm going to get into why. There were a couple of really good setups that I had to completely ignore. Did I miss out on some money? Sure. But I think that decision saved my entire week. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why staying out of the market on Friday was the most profitable decision I made. And the other trades that I took during the week, my B setup account is actually looking better than my A setup account. Let's get into it.
Welcome to Meny Millions, where we focus on the many reps and the million moments it takes to build a trading career.
All right, we're going to start here in TradeZella. I'm going to start out on my A setup account. As I stated earlier, my A setup account is actually looking worse. And you can see why here as we start to head into it. Left off over here on November 3rd and 4th, had losing days on both of those. Wednesday actually did not get a signal. So that's kind of critical there. Didn't get a signal, was able to refrain from taking a trade, a forced trade. And then on Thursday, I felt like I reverted a little bit emotionally, but I had an A setup, crossed over the 9 EMA. It started running in my favor, and I actually scaled in here only to have it stop me out. So really not great. You can see I gave it a 1 star there. It just was not a good trade, and you can kind of see my emotions here. I'm not sure what's going on with my initial target here. I need to fix that. FOMO, gambling, lack of patience. That's not a typical A setup. Here we had, so after that $240 loss, because I scaled in again, started to fill that FOMO a little bit more, scaled in even a little bit more. I traded 10 contracts on this one to begin with. Again, feeling anxious, dopamine, greedy. I immediately recognized those signals. Those are not emotions that I ever trade with in an A setup. And so I stayed out of the market there on Thursday, and Friday completely wrote it off. I said, I'm not taking an A setup, even if I get that chance. I'm just not going to do it. Let's switch over to the B setup account, and we'll zoom out just a little bit. So B setup account, I've actually had a decent run the rest of the week. I had $198 on Wednesday, $223 on Thursday, only 2 trades each day. Here we had a $140 win. I thought I marked my playbook here on this $56 trade. But you can see, decent trade. It did not go in my favor as long as I wanted, but I almost called the bottom there. So happy with it. It was a little anxious. That's my normal B setup. It is a more anxious place, but hopeful. And I followed my plan. So I have my exit strategy. I kind of called the bottom there, got out. $56 trade. This one I could have held on a little bit longer, but I did see some hesitancy here. And due to the volatility of the market, I've called this out before. I'm going to go ahead and log my playbook here if you don't mind. Remind you guys what this looks like. This was a long setup here, or sorry, a short setup. Yep, right here. So I did enter when the QRI gave me a B signal. That's my indicator, right? My quad rotation indicator. Closed below the 9 EMA. And I exited as the fast stocks reached oversold or overbought conditions in this case. Market's a little bit more ranging in this one, which is good. That's what I look for. So decent trade there. Then moving on to Thursday. So Thursday had a couple of good trades here. Again, B setups, so they're not as long lasting, and I'm exiting right at the top of the range here again, right at the top of the candlesticks that I'd be looking for. This is really a trending day, crucially. And so you can see I just entered there on my long, almost called the top there. Decent profit. I'm keeping my 200, 400, 2-to-1 ratio. I'm trying to get a little bit more methodical that way just because I'm struggling to hold it as long, but obviously didn't hold it all the way to the 400. It was a trending day. I recognized that, and I was counter trend. Emotions here, you can see, again, kind of typical B setup. I'm anxious, I'm hesitant, still hopeful. Post-trade, I'm satisfied, followed my plan. Those are critical. Another little long here, right? Just a $91 long up to that top, got out, and did okay. So those are my trades for this week. I'm going to get into a little bit more this week, this coming week, of how I'm differentiating the A and B setups, what I've done to refine my indicator and keep me out of the market when it's getting noisy, and just overall what I'm trying to do emotionally through the, what are we on, day 40 of the government shutdown? It's getting a little ridiculous at this time. So with that, I'll catch you in the next video, and we'll keep going on this journey through the Prop Firm Gauntlet, and let's see where we're at by the end of it.